Hello again. So you might see the Santa Fe box car in the background of this video. I'm also working on that at the same time as working on this. This is another Santa Fe wagon, but it's obviously a tanker. It's a 50-foot tank car, and again this one is from Roundhouse. I've got this one second hand and it was already built up, but you can see that there's some problems with it. Like there's a lot of glue around here at the top where the little platform is, and also we have some matte black painted onto here and it's not been done that well. I'm guessing it's masking some glue or something in the past. I think this is another good candidate for weathering, and the first thing I'm going to do on this wagon is of course take off the bogies and the couplings, and then we'll be giving it a bit of a weathering. I'm not sure whether I'll do graffiti on this one. I think I might just put weathering effects on it and not too much either, just to disguise all the dodgy paintwork and to give it a bit of a worn look. And underneath I think I'll just give it a bit of a spray with maybe some sand colour to represent some dirt that's been thrown up from the rails. So we're going to take off the bogies here, they're just screwed on, and also the coupling, which are screwed on too. And now we can get on to painting. So first, some game colour smoky ink. I'm going to do this as a wash, watered down. It does look a bit dramatic, but it does fade out when it dries. So it looks like there's quite a lot of paint going on here, but it's alright, don't worry, it's fine once it dries. And while that's drying, we'll use some life colour weathered black. This is for the bogies and wheels. By the way, this brush just got binned after this, it's terrible. So now we're on to doing some rust, and I'm going to use some Panzer Aces light rust for this. So I'm going to start around the little platform at the top. I think that'll get rusty quite a lot. I guess the key thing here is just to go quite sparingly with the paint. You don't need a huge amount. And also we're going to dull it down a little bit afterwards as well. I think these brackets here would probably get a lot of rust, so I'm just going to do that streaking down the side here. So that's the kind of effect I'm going for. By the way, none of the products I use on these videos I actually get for free. I've got to buy them. I mean, I wouldn't mind a sponsorship because it does get a bit pricey, but at the moment, yeah, it all comes out of my pocket. And I do have a day job as well, so I don't get as much time to model and make videos as I'd like to. But I suppose that's a common thing with a lot of people. I mean, I think this is going on pretty well as well. So I'll just continue on and do that. So as I'm going around with this paint, I'm just basically using it just quite sparingly, just where there's a join between something like these brackets and the little, is it a tension bar? I'm not quite sure. So it's coming together slowly, but I'm getting there. So this is how it's looking now. I've done some stripes on the top as well, like just to indicate rust coming down the sides there. And also I've done the underneath, although I suspect a lot of this will actually get covered up once I spray it with the dust that I was talking about earlier on in the video. I think when you're doing this kind of rust effect, sometimes you can go overboard. I think this is probably just enough, I think, for a really rusty tanker. So sometimes less is more. The next step, I'm going to be using Panzer Aces again. This time it's yellowish rust, and I'm going to use a thinner brush just to add some extra little bits here and there. These brushes today, I'm using Army Painter. I've got a couple of these, they're pretty good, but I've got a whole selection of brushes, some more expensive than others. Don't know if there's any real benefit, because I've used some cheap brushes and they're actually really good. And then I've used some expensive brushes and I thought they were really bad. Anyway, the key here is just to lighten up some parts where there's a lot of rust, and you know, the centre of it would go a little bit yellower than the rest. So I'm just touching around here where there's big patches of rust, and maybe just a little bit here. With this, definitely less is more. You don't need that much at all. And I suppose while I'm doing this, you know, normally I throw up a picture of Mrs. Motion on her whiteboard thanking my members on this channel. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out, but at the time of recording I've got 3 members on my channel, and I'm really chuffed about that. I'm really thankful that you've decided to join up and pay the £3 a month. I don't think it's that much, to be honest. Less than a cup of coffee these days. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next on this channel. I've been doing a lot of kind of weathering, model making videos, and I actually prefer it to the review ones. But I do like showing all the different types of models that there are out there, especially the European stuff. I know there's other people that do reviews of UK stuff and American stuff. And you know, it's kind of ironic that I'm holding an American tanker as I'm talking about this, but I don't normally do American stuff. But if you'd like me to, then let me know in the comments and I might actually get some more of it. But what's the future of the channel? Well, I've honestly no idea. I'm going to try and get to some more shows this year, perhaps. I didn't manage to get to that many last year, only 2 I think. But one show I never miss is Model Rail Scotland. I think that's a fantastic show. I've been going to that for, God, I don't know how many years, maybe more than 10 years anyway, and I always end up spending far too much money, as you probably expect. Okay, next I'm going to put on some tags and maybe a little bit of graffiti. I'm just using model colour white for this. So I always water down the white because I think it's just indicative of like rubbishy graffiti that's maybe just worn out and just wearing off the tank. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to write on here because I usually follow a picture of some real graffiti and try and emulate it, but I don't have anything at the moment, so I'm just going to make something up. And it always looks quite rough when you put it on first, but it's the black that helps define it, so I have to be careful with the black paint. Okay, well I think it's going to say Roxy. Anyway, that's the first bit. I'll let that dry and I'll put on some tags as well while that's drying. So it's the same paint, but it's a different brush this time. This one I actually got off Temu. Only a few pennies, but it actually works really well. And with tags, I don't really have any plan for them. I just kind of go with whatever and see what happens. So there, it doesn't actually come out as a word, but it kind of looks like a tag. Sometimes you can't read them anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see what else we can get on here. Always try and do a locomotion motion tag as well. I'll maybe put it under here. Oh, there's a little message for you there. Like and subscribe if you're liking this video. Okay, back to the front piece of graffiti, and I'm going to be using this War Paints matte black. So this is where you can really sharpen up some of the rubbish graffiti that you put on with some black lining. You need a really steady hand for this. But also don't get too worried if you make a mistake, because it's graffiti, it could be anything. I'm going to put this around like that. I don't know whether you watch the channel Iron Horse Railways or not, but I was watching him the other day. I do find his videos quite entertaining, and he does a lot of good editing on it, I think. He was talking about setting up his own range of products and selling them through Soya's models. I think that's quite a brave move, and I wish him well on that venture. It's quite difficult to actually make any money these days, I find. I think they're just 3D printed models that he's done at home. He's obviously putting in a lot of effort. It's always good to support people, I think. I'm just going to put a little face in this O. It's always good to put a little comedy face, I think. It makes people laugh. So that's not too bad, but I think I can do a little bit better with some of the white. I've kind of gone over the lines and it doesn't look quite right. And also I think I'll put some colour around this as well. I'm going to brighten up with some of this pumpkin colour. Now these paints are actually pretty rubbish. I probably should get some better model paint than these, and they go on pretty badly too, but it does kind of add to the kind of scrappy look of graffiti, especially if you're trying to make it all dirty as well, so I'm just going to use this for now. Well, I went over some of the lines there with the orange, so I'm going to touch them up with the black next. And I'm just going to use some of this spring green colour for some highlights. So I'm pretty happy with that, but now I use this sepia shade just to wash it down a little bit and make it look dirty. I always think when it's freshly painted like this, it just doesn't look realistic. It looks almost like a transfer that's been stuck on. And I think that's one of the problems you have with model railway graffiti transfers. It just looks stuck on if you don't weather them down and weather the rest of the wagon. So I'm just going to put some of this tint onto it. And some darker smoky ink too. Seems to have taken out the middle of the R there, so I'm just going to paint that back in with some black. Well, I'm not totally happy with the finish at this point. I think it's just not dried properly and some of it's worn away, but it actually adds to the effect, so I think I might just leave it. So I'm going to put this aside to let it dry, and then we'll just give the bottom of it a bit of a spray, and then I think we should be finished. So while that's drying, we'll go back onto the bogies and the wheels, and for that I'm just going to be using some of the Panzer Aces light rust again, just to give them a bit of a rusty look. So I've watered this down quite a lot, and I'm using it quite liberally onto the bogie. It does dry a lot duller than it does look at the moment when it's all wet, so I'm not too worried about how it's looking at the moment. I think it'll be fine once it dries. And we'll do the same for the wheels as well. And it looks like I've also painted my fingers too. I'll let all that dry and then spray the bottom of the tanker. I need to do that outside as I don't have a garage or anything. And at the moment it's the middle of the night, so I'll maybe do it tomorrow, if it isn't blowing a gale that is. But with the power of editing, I'll 3, 2, 1. Well, incredibly, it took 3 days for it to actually stop raining. Such is the life in Scotland. Anyway, there was a break in the clouds, so I managed to get it sprayed at last using these 2 cans of spray paint. This one is Desert Yellow Matte, and then I gave it a spray of matte varnish. And here's the result. I think it's turned out really good, and I'm very happy with how the bottom of this looks. It has a kind of dusty, splattered effect, and I think it's worked out really well. So all we have to do now is just get this model back together. And I think that's it. I'm really chuffed with how this has come out. I think it looks really good. There's only a subtle amount of weathering and graffiti on this one, but I think it works pretty well together and it makes for a really nice looking wagon, I think. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this wagon and the weathering effects I've put onto this. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. And if you really like this video, why don't you consider joining? I've got some great members already. Love for you to join them by becoming a member of this channel. So just check out that join button at the bottom of the screen. And I'll put this wagon on the turntable so you can see all the way around. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.